So I decided to cover this in my video to show you. This is Oliver's leg that I'm working on. Oh my God! How long should my subscribers wait for another video? Hi, I'm Brian Adams, and we had a few family emergencies, but we're back. So here's the latest on the operation of Oliver, part 15. Let's take a look. The lower part of the leg is wider than the top part of the leg. So I'm going to actually correct this, and we're not going to throw anything away. We're just going to make a few cuts. I'm going to use my Dremel mill cutter. Here's the update on his leg. You see his right leg, left leg, and then we're coming down to the lower half of the leg where the knees are. This is the epoxy has been covered on so far, and it comes down to there. Looks like kind of a side profile, and then there's kind of a straight on profile. We're building up the epoxy to get the top leg and the bottom leg right where I want it, and then I'm going to sand. Okay, so before we get down to the sanding, I've actually tapered, if you can see it, tapered off more on this side. I made some slits into the leg to give the tapering look the way the legs are. I made a cut here and a cut here, another cut here, and I kind of cut it down, you can see, to give it that angle look, and then I tapered this area here to give it more of the look on both of the legs. You can see how it goes down in the back, and then the side will go in like that. Next, I'm cutting this paper. I put the slit through it, and I'm going to take that and put it right in here and glue it on and put fiberglass resin. You can see the wire that I put around up there, the upper part of it. I put that paper on, and now I'm making a reservoir to put fiberglass resin in that part, so that I can, in that part of the leg, so that I can put the screw in to hold the foot in. And I'm filling up the section down here with fiberglass resin. We've filled in the fiberglass there, filled in the fiberglass there. Okay, here's two legs. There's fiberglass on the bottom of the knobs, and then fiberglass that part. And get a little closer. It on the inside and in there. What I've done is I've gone with my Dremel mill and I've filed it down just to get the edges smooth. That's in this area here, and here. Get rid of what we would call flash, and now we're ready for the epoxy. We've epoxied this part of the leg, and then we're going to add a piece of paper. We're going to take this piece of paper, this is just a sample, and we're going to kind of cut it like this shape, but we're going to flatten out the bottom part here, and that will be the start of the part of the leg to the foot. It's just to get an idea of how long that I'm going to, and how wide I'm going to need to cut it, so that way I don't waste any of the other paper. Be bent in something like this type of shape right here, and that's going to be the part that we're going to fit right in here. The screw will go through here. Taking the piece of paper and added fiberglass resin to the inside. We're going to go ahead and drill out the hole in the center on both of the legs at the ankles. So here's what I want to tell you. You're going to drill out that part in the leg, but when you do, use the smaller drill bit, move up to the medium, and then to the larger to be able to drill this out. You're going to use the Dremel mill to cut out. And of course, this is the cutter I'm talking about. You're going to use that cutting tool. Now you can see the two pieces. Actually, what I've done is also filed down that, or sanded that down. And the pieces are all cut out. And we're ready to move on. Next, what we're doing is taking this 1/16 of an inch metal rod and cutting them and putting them right inside here to fit flush against the surface. So that way we can put a tape on the side so that we can fill this with fiberglass resin. We're also going to wrap a piece of paper around the screw so that it can fit down into the hole so the resin doesn't fall into the hole, and that we can make a nice solid wall of resin to make this stronger from this part to this part. Okay, and now here you can see I did what I was talking about. There's paper wrapped around the screw and that's glue around it. There's the paper on the outside of the perimeter of the leg on both sides, and there is the metal rods that are down in there, and those are been tacked with a little bit of glue. We're going to let that dry, and as soon as it does, in an hour or so, we'll come back and pour some resin in that area and build up a wall. And there you can see the fiberglass resin is added in. See that? You can see how the almost cool. It looks like a river of a dirty water. But anyway, you can see the metal there at the bottom of the fiberglass wall. Alright, so here's what I've done next. I've actually trying to make sure everything lines up. I've taken teriyaki sticks and put them through the holes where the screw is going to go. I put a teriyaki stick that goes up to where the knee is, and I'm basically making sure that they line up in the length on both, because once we go from here, there's not much more I can do. I think on the right side there, it looks like it's a little thicker than the left side on that bottom part there. So I'm going to shade that down a little bit and we'll move on. Next, we take this piece of paper and we cut it down to the length to fit onto here. We put a hole through it, and it went into the hole that we drilled for the bolt. Just kind of get an idea how it fits. And we're going to put the bolt in next. So now we have the bolt in and we see this works. We have to make a curvature cut along here. Next, what I've done is taken 1/16 of an inch metal rod and I have bent it so it fits around the unit. I've also used some glue to hold it in place so that I can get the resin on it. Okay, so here's the fiberglass resin that's been applied to them. I just wanted to take out a moment and point out that when you do this, make sure that this can move freely and that you've already fiberglassed the inside, because that's probably all the fiberglass you're going to get in there, because we're going to build it up from the outside now to be able to start making the foot. Okay, now we're starting with the feet, starting to lock everything in. What we did, we took a piece of watercolor paper, put fiberglass resin on it, and put it to the bottom of these, and we have let them dry. And we're going from there. Hey, that's it for another Operation of Oliver. Hope you liked it this time. If you like, subscribe. Don't forget to leave comments down below. You could always get a hold of me that way. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.